We're live. We're already live. I was expecting the count in or something like that. Welcome everybody to episode number 17 of the Heel Turn. I am, of course, Big Rob TV, as you can probably see down there in the corner. Here once again with the homie Don Josh and quarantine episode number 2.
Yeah, man, it just feels we just need something to take our minds off of just being stuck in the house all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This looks better though. I think this is better than the previous way of doing things. So I'm cool.
Yeah, this is a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're going live, so I don't really know what to expect. It's gonna be just shooting off the cuff like we usually do, but except there's not gonna be any way to kind of cover up any kind of stupid shit that we might say or mistakes that we might make. So if we just staring off for like 30 seconds, that's gonna just be part of the video this time.
Yeah, normally there's a lot of edits. In case you didn't know when you guys are watching this, there's a lot of edits that are done because, with me mainly, I start to forget shit that is said, and then he has to correct me like 17 times in one setting. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this one, man. What's the first topic? You want to start?
Yeah, we'll start it off this time. So, we had it was a pretty tragic past week for wrestling fans and for the community and everything like that. Not just what's been deemed Black Wednesday with all the cuts and releases and everything like that, both talent and behind the scenes writers, some of the producers getting furloughed. Yeah. But I think it's only appropriate that we start off with losing, the passing of the greatest ring announcer in WWE in all of wrestling, actually, history. And that's our boy Howard Finkel, man.
Rest in peace, Howard Finkel, for sure. It was a sad. I didn't realize, not to cut you off, I didn't realize that he was in bad health. Like before this happened,
yeah.
You go back and you Google it and you research what happened. Like, how did he just pass away? He was 69 years old. And I'm just like, dang, what just happened? I feel like he was just on TV recently, but that's been years actually. But I didn't realize that he was like wheelchair bound and he was, in bad health until just as this happened. So that's sad, man. Definitely a lot of think moments.
Yeah, they didn't make it too much too public at all because I was right there with you. It was just a big shock. You actually the one who sent me the link, so I found out right after you did, and it just kind of broke my heart a little bit, man. So because there's with every career field in wrestling or even sports, there's always, for the most part, there's always some kind of debate on who was the greatest commentator of all time. You got the debates between Bobby the Brain, JR, Joey Styles, what was his name? Yeah, Joey Styles in ECW and stuff like that, just based on what he did by himself. And then you have greatest champions, you talk about The Rock, Stone Cold. There's always a debate. But ring announcer, there's no debate. He was the GOAT. He was the best to ever do it. When you got your name called by Howard Finkel, you made it. You know that you had reached the pinnacle.
Yep. When you hit that, and new. Nobody does it like that.
No. Nobody hit the announcements. Nobody hit the entrances, the exclamation. You felt it when a new champion was crowned. There was no one better to do it than Howard Finkel. So I put it out to you. We had some time to think about it, a few days. What was your favorite Howard Finkel announcement, whether it be entrance, whether it be announcing a new champion, which for the most part, that's got to be it because that was the best part with when somebody new was crowned and Howard Finkel got on the mic for you. So what was your favorite Howard Finkel moment or the one that sticks in your mind the most?
The very first one that I thought of when you said this was WrestleMania 12 when Shawn Michaels won the world title for the first time, and he's sitting in the ring, and you hear Fink and new. Like it's like Fink held it a little bit longer for Shawn. He says that, and Shawn's just in the ring, and the crowd's going crazy, and it made that moment, very special for when Shawn Michaels won it. Brett walks out the ring, looks like he wanted to stomp Shawn one final time before he left the ring, and it was just great. But I also thought, I'm watching it right now. If you keep seeing me look towards to this side, I have SummerSlam '92, Bulldog and Brett. And I feel like when Bulldog won this match, it was the same thing. Fink in front of 90 million or 90,000, screaming fans in Wimbledon, Wembley Stadium. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was happening then, but I couldn't remember for sure. Ironically, each Fink moment that I thought about has Bret Hart in it.
Oh, look at that. Might be a little bit extra on the side for that. Throwing it up for your man, Bret Hart there.
Bret's my guy, man. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, man. For me, the biggest moment, and that was probably just because it was the first WrestleMania that I ever remember. It was the one that got me into wrestling. So, and it was WrestleMania 20, the triple threat main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. You had Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chris Benoit just going at it in what I think, and we could probably do a topic on this later on, greatest WrestleMania main events. But I believe that one is at the top, if not my favorite WrestleMania moment and just main event. At the end, you got, both Triple H and Shawn just bloody, just wearing the proverbial crimson mask, as JR likes to call it. And it's like a full 3 to 5 minute, just Chris Benoit's got Triple H in the crossface for 5 straight minutes. You're just watching it, just waiting. Just you don't know if Shawn's going to jump in at the end and just break up the submission. You don't know if Triple H is going to reverse it into a pin. He goes to reverse it into a pin, and then right into the middle of the ring. There's nowhere for Triple H to go. What's going to happen? He's fading, and then finally you just get the tap. You get the Madison Square Garden arena erupts. You see everything. The camera pans away because I was just watching it right before here, just getting the excitement, and I got goosebumps, man. I got chills and shivering, I almost shed a tear because you just hear, and then you hear, and new World Heavyweight Champion Chris Benoit. I'm sorry, I do my Howard Finkel impression, probably one of the worst ones ever, but it just felt it. I could feel it. That man just personified excellence and the changing of a guard, and then just the Benoit and Guerrero coming together at the end. It was a perfect moment. His voice over all that just really cements it in the back of my mind. As soon as he left, as soon as I heard of his passing, that was the first thing that popped into my head. It's just that announcement he had made. It stuck with me.
Yeah. Do you remember when he came out and he was the special announcer for CM Punk?
For CM Punk, I watched that one too. Special shout out to that moment because that was, again, and you hear Booker T on the commentary when he was talking about it. He says, just like I said, it's once you got Howard Finkel to announce your name, that's how you know you made it.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and that was a fantastic moment too. So we lost the.
He couldn't get it together. He couldn't get it together on that.
He couldn't do it. No, yeah. Man, he deserved every all the adulation, all the cheering, and everything. The entire moment, he definitely deserved it. So we didn't just we lost not just a great one, but the greatest to ever do it. So R.I.P.
Rest in peace once again to Howard Finkel. Man, that was a sad moment. That was and to happen right after all the firings and the furlough. It was
yeah. So like we were saying, it was a tough week altogether for wrestling. So pretty sad, but a good transition point. We got the entire what's being called Black Wednesday now, or has been dubbed Black Wednesday. I think up to this point, 28 superstars and I think producers have been either released or furloughed.
Yep.
So the next question we got going is, what was it? Who are you going to miss the most? Who out of this, cuts, releases, everything, and it could be wrestlers, the actual on-screen talent, or a producer backstage, who you think is going to be missed the most here in the next couple of months and even years?
For me, and this will probably be my answer to the next question as well, but is Rusev. Like, why? I get it. I understand that, Rusev has been going through some stuff, not him personally, but been going through issues with the company and the angles that they've had him in, and like everything's just been kind of trash with him lately. And he was off TV for a while, but man, like Rusev was the guy. Like, how did he? It seems like whenever you get over on your own, then they kill you off. And here's Zack Ryder released as well. But whenever you get over on your own, you get the fans behind you. Rusev Day was huge.
It was.
You just for me, it's Rusev. It's got to be Rusev.
I feel you. I was right there in the same, kind of boat. Like, I couldn't believe it, really. I mean, I knew they had their problems, like he was saying, with the company and everything like that. But he always seemed like he was going to be a company man. He's probably going to stick it out. I thought he was just playing hardball. He's like, oh, I could go to AEW. I could leave right now, and you'd be losing out on me. So I thought he was just playing hardball there with his contract. But to see him actually get released, I'm right there with you. I think I'm definitely going to miss him the most, like in terms of like on screen, because like you said, Rusev Day was Christmas and then Rusev Day, just like that in terms of holidays for me. It was just like that. But just a lot of, I guess, wasted potential, man.
Yeah.
I don't really, because a lot of the other ones just hadn't been on TV so much, like you said, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, even the Good Brothers, when they would come on TV, they'd just be jobbed out, even though they did win the best tag team in the world. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget they were crowned. I don't know what happened to that trophy, but
it was
a thing.
It got fired with them.
Yeah. So, but yeah, probably most that's going to be missed is probably going to be Rusev. Backstage, though, if we do lose any of the producers, I'm a little bit worried in losing Fit Finlay if he does end up getting released.
I thought he did.
So he's been furloughed. The only producer to actually be released is Kurt Angle. So he's gone. He's off his contract. The other people furloughed mean that they're they haven't been officially released, but they've been put kind of like on suspension, like hold. Like I think they're still getting paid, but at this point they're just not being used, and there's a potential for release. So, but the reason I say Fit Finlay is because he is and was a huge part in the women's revolution, evolution, everything like that. So to lose him as a producer, I'm a little bit worried about what that's going to mean for the women's division going forward.
You see my shirt.
I did.
You see what's going on.
I knew it. Yeah. I knew it. I felt it too.
We can't be having the women's division drop. And now she goes.
I said we both got it going, so we both our girls on here. So
she goes here now,
Yeah.
We can't be having the women's division fall off and Bianca is getting the call up. That's just not gonna work. I wasn't even thinking about Fit Finlay. Hopefully it is just a temporary thing with him, and then he gets to come back later on, because that would be a huge loss in my opinion.
Absolutely. Pushing on from who we're gonna miss the most. It like you said, this one kind of falls into the same category a little bit with your answer. But the next question is, who is the most wasted, who had the most wasted potential, wasted time, whether it be main roster, NXT, whoever it was that was released?
Rusev. Easily. You could argue the Good Brothers too, as big as they were in New Japan, for them to just. I feel like they didn't really. They had the tag titles once or twice, right?
Yeah, they had them 2 times, I believe, both Raw Tag Team Champions twice. Yeah,
like okay, so they had the titles, but it wasn't like it seemed like each time that they had the titles, they were transitional champions each time. It wasn't like it was going to be a long run, like say the Usos or the New Day or somebody like that. But for them to come in as big as they were, you would have thought that they would have been a big deal, like how they made the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, exactly. And still, still got the Viking Raiders going strong. Yeah, they were. Man, it always felt like you said, even when they got the tag team titles, that it didn't really mean anything. Transitional, just placeholder champions. And what a waste with the club. The club could have been huge on their part. For me, though, the big one, a little bit, I think might be a little bit of surprise, but when you stop and think about it, you kind of, because he hasn't been on TV in years, it feels like. But the most wasted, in my opinion, was EC3. EC3, just from the very beginning, man, they saddled him with a no talking gimmick. Like, can you believe, like, EC3, Ethan Carter III made his EC3 name in TNA as one of the most obnoxious, annoying, just bastard heels, could just talk circles around you. He is, and you see it all the time. Is MJF in AEW is what EC3 should have been in WWE.
Good. Good. I didn't think about that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Those arguments be made. He's not the most technically gifted, but he wasn't bad in the ring. He wasn't any slouch at all, and he had everything that you would think Vince McMahon loved. He was a big, beefy boy, and he could hold his own on the mic. He looked good in a suit. He looked good in his underwear. I mean, what more could you what more could you ask of this dude? And also, his theme song was banging. I don't know about you, but every time that came on, this shit was fire.
You know what? Do you think that's another question? But if he does switch, we'll get to that whole switching to the other side here in a second. But can you have him and MJF like in the same?
Just have like an asshole off? Like, just see who can be a bigger dick?
They form a stable of assholes?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it like that, which is crazy because I did, and we could move into the next question, because out of all these guys that have been released, it's inevitable somebody is going to end up in AEW. Now, we're not counting the Revival, because they were cut before this release. They got their release before the whole Wednesday fiasco, because they are obviously going to be, they're obviously going to be showing up on Dynamite here in the near future whenever we get back to live shows.
100%.
But out of everybody else, who else do you see showing up in AEW this time? And I guess how far do you think they're going to go in terms of maybe like EC3 and stuff like that?
Zack Ryder's going to AEW. I feel like that's happening.
Really?
I feel like for sure. There's been clues of it. Like if you look along on Twitter or Instagram and things like that, like him and Cody have kind of been sharing messages and things of that nature, or memories, I should say. Memories of, when Zack won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. I want to say that was 32. I want to say WrestleMania 32. No, was it 31, 32? 32, I think. I don't know. It was one of those WrestleManias.
Okay.
When he won the ladder match and won the Intercontinental title. And I believe that was Cody's last WrestleMania as well. So they were talking about all those events. And I just see that happening for sure with Zack Ryder. But it's made me think about it. You know who I don't want to see go to AEW?
Okay.
Maybe go to, Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor or something. Just hone your skills a little bit. Get jacked and come back and win the World Heavyweight title. Heath Slater, baby.
Oh, baby, he's got kids, baby. He's got kids.
Yeah. He can't go to AEW. He can't do it.
No, I'm all for that. I'm all for exactly what you're just saying right now. Because we are to find out here in about 5-10 years that 3B was actually the greatest faction that ever existed. We're talking about the Shield's domination. 3MB is going to be known as the greatest three-man faction to ever exist in WWE. And I'm all for that. I can't wait for it.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Live.
You want to see yourself on TV? You're on here.
We are live.
Come here. You're in here. Huh?
All our headphones aren't working.
I'm sorry. I can't do nothing about that.
I told her it may be the computer because she probably put in the external thingy, the external speaker.
So help her.
I don't know how to fix it.
Okay. You gotta go back over there. Close my door. Help her out. We're live. Can't edit that.
Slater's not the only one that got kids.
Yeah. I got kids, baby. Wishbone's joined us too. We can't see him, but he's down there now.
Good.
You
I miss
can't bump
Wish.
the camera this time, buddy. I got a message. Let me see. Did somebody? Nope. I thought it was the homie, seeing if he wanted to get in as well. But what are we talking about? We're talking about Heath and the grand.
We're talking about Heath, yeah.
The grand scheme of them firing him so he can go get jacked, just like Jinder and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, it's all going to work out for Heath. This is the best thing that could ever happen to him, turns out.
Yep.
For me, the biggest ones I'm actually looking forward to seeing in AEW, if they do actually sign them, is going to be I want to see EC3. So like we were talking about EC3, but I want to see him in a tag team with his real life good friend. I want to see Drake Maverick show up too. I want to see them both in. I think that if you stick to like them doing, I think if you stick to them doing like a tag team, like both of them together, you can kind of get away from the thought or the idea of EC3 and MJF being the same person, having to do the same gimmick. Because I think EC3 would be hilarious with Drake Maverick. Probably going to be. I think he owns the EC3 title, but I think Drake is probably going to go by his old name, Rockstar Spud. So you can get those two together in AEW and kind of do like a. I want to see those two versus Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt.
Oh, that would work. That would work.
That would be good. That would be great. That's gold. It writes itself.
Book it.
There, baby.
Book it.
But yeah, man, just looking forward to like live wrestling coming back.
Hold on. Let's see if you can hear it on here. It is pink. 90,000 screaming in Wembley Stadium. And new Intercontinental Champion, Davey Boy Smith. Off a roll-up attempt. That finish today, that just happened on the screen right now. You go over, you try to do the sunset flip and pull them down, and they just cover you for the pin. That finish would not work today. But back then, that was genius. It was like, oh my God, Bulldog pulled it off. Like, wow. Today, they'd be like, that's it? That's the end of the match? There's no...
Oh, yeah, I'd be all furious. Been tainted with super kick parties and tope suicidos every match.
Not if I see another tope for no reason, that move's not even special to me anymore, man. That used to be something that was done that was special, and when it happened, you were like, oh man, you went, the suicide dive out the ring, that was crazy. Now it's like, oh, we just suicide diving just to have a spot in the match, no big deal.
Yeah, just break it up a little bit.
So signing with AEW, Revival's going, of course, but they weren't signed.
Yeah.
Zack.
I don't.
Do you think Kurt Hawkins goes with Zack Ryder, or do you just think it'll be?
Honestly, I have a hard time even picturing Zack Ryder showing up. Even if they are boys and everything like that, which I had no idea of. I didn't know Cody and Zack were tight like that. They've made it very obvious, or with interviews and stuff like that, that this is the AEW is not a place. It is not going to be TNA. It's not going to be OG 2003 to 2000. What was it, like 12 or whatever, TNA, where outcasted WWE superstars could just go and run amok over there.
Yeah.
So like I do intend to see the Revival, who I think are going to be going by the Revolt. I think is what I had heard.
Yep.
The Revolt. So I plan on seeing those two show up in AEW. Wishful thinking, I'd love to see EC3 and Rockstar Spud show up in AEW. That's just me wishful thinking. I even find it a little bit hard to think of Rusev showing up there, at least right away. I think you could see him probably show up first in probably like NWA Power. Or maybe Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor do Rusev some justice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Rusev and Jay Lethal. Oh, sign me up.
You're gonna be the only one on that list.
Sign me up. I'm there for that match.
I'm sure you are. For the match, yes. I'll be there for the match.
Yeah,
I thought you meant as a tag team.
Not a team. No.
Okay. That's what I was like. You're the only one on that list. Yeah.
I don't think I would love to see, like, talent wise, I would love to see Rusev go to AEW, but yeah, they're not just gonna get everybody that just all you guys come over here. No, that's not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not realistic. I only really see Zack Ryder going. I don't really see anybody else.
Sure.
Legitimately going to AEW right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I still have a hard time believing Zach's going to be there, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully you got the inside scoop on that, and it's going. Because I'd love to see him still working. I got nothing against the dude. I don't know if he's got like the draw that definitely Rusev or the Revolt would have.
Rusev going would talent wise would be great. It would be great. Have him feud against, maybe Cody. Like, have him come in heel. Have him go back to heel Rusev.
He was good heel Rusev. I just don't want it to be go back to 1980s foreign heel guy. So, but maybe, I mean, if he could, because he was a great foreign heel. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So if he's got it like that, maybe that's gonna affect his career and everything like that. Especially if he goes in and wins the belt. Which, if he did go to AEW, he's definitely picking up the strap there.
Yeah. Over Moxley?
Maybe no. I don't. Maybe not over Moxley. Again, I don't even know when he is going to show up, if he ever does. But obviously over a babyface champion, I would imagine.
Yeah, just have him crush Moxley. I don't mind that one bit.
Have him just crush Moxley.
He's just quick match, quick work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Goldberg's fast kind of match.
Yeah, exactly. That's Rusev's MO. He's always been doing that. Exactly.
The last one you had.
Classic Rusev match.
Predicting the rest of the TNT Championship tournament. We've never got to talk about this, for one. Because we've spoken. We predicted this. We called this. Like, we said this year, I don't know what episode it was, but we did say at this point, AEW would be introducing a new title this year. We said that. And they did. And yes, it is ultimately a TV title. But I mean, they could have just called it the television title, in my opinion. But the TNT title, which is ultimately the television title, which, if you know history of the television title from WCW, that was the workhorse title. That was you're on TV, you're getting time to showcase your talent and your skills because you are the man as far as you know, the workhorse is technical. You're gonna put on a good match. So I like it. I feel like if they do it right, then that's gonna be a hell of a mid-card title, man. That's gonna be one hell of a mid-card title. If they do it correctly, they better not Intercontinental title it.
I don't think they're going to Intercontinental title it. I mean, 2000 to now Intercontinental title it, because even the Intercontinental title used to be the workhorse title back in the 90s and stuff like that. I guess before the Attitude Era too, because then it was just getting passed around like the hardcore title.
Yeah.
But no. First of all, I think the roster is, you know, just the right size. It's definitely smaller than WWE, so there's not going to be any worry about guys passing off the championship too quickly. I also just don't want to see, what I don't want to see with it is 8-9 month long title runs with the mid card belt. That's what I don't want to see. So I'm here for like a quick like month or 2 month quick like in between shake up title change or something like that. But you know, not every 2 weeks or something. The belt shouldn't drop or anything like that. Yeah. In terms of predicting the rest of the tournament, because as of right now, as of today's recording or live stream, whatever, we got quarterfinals. 2 of the quarterfinal matches got taken care of already or have been shown on AEW Dynamite. So Cody beat Shawn Spears in the first quarterfinal match.
Yep.
And then we had this past Dynamite episode, we had Lance Archer go over Colt Cabana, and pretty good match. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah. So now we're left with, I believe this upcoming week, we're going to get the last 2 matches, which is going to be Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin, which I'm for. Those 2 got great chemistry. I love it when those 2 get in the ring together. And then Dustin Rhodes and Kip Sabian. So
that's the one.
You were talking to me a little bit about this on you saw it on Google, and actually now I think I know what you're talking about, because I think I also heard about it. So why don't you go ahead and say it?
With the whole voicemail that Dustin left to Cody.
To Cody, yeah.
With the if I don't win this one, then I'm gonna retire. Mm-hmm. That adds some intrigue right there. That adds a little bit of intrigue. If Dustin doesn't, you're gonna have Dustin, who is arguably right now wrestling the best of his career right now. He's in the best shape of his career. He's putting on some of the best matches of his career at 50. Was he 51? 50, 51?
Something. He's in his 50s. He's in his 50s for sure.
He's putting on the best work of his career right now. And he's just going to be like, you know what? I'm out.
Yeah. So for me, that's exactly why there is now no intrigue in this quarterfinal match, because you really expect me to believe that, first of all, that they are going to retire one of the greatest and one of the longest to ever do it in Dustin Rhodes on a pre-recorded show that no fans, no actual build-up except for maybe a voicemail that had, you know, if it wasn't kayfabe left to Cody, a voicemail. And no offense, because I really like the dude. I really do. But and then you telling me Kip Sabian is going to retire Dustin Rhodes? You need to get out of here with that. You need to get out of here with that mess.
You got to put Kip over. You got to make it look like Kip has
No, not at all. Not at all. Because right now, Kip's whole storyline is that his girlfriend keeps winning him the matches. That's his storyline right now. I'm going to say because the voicemail says if I don't win my next match. It doesn't say if I don't win the TNT championship, because once he wins this match, which he definitely will now, it's in the cards.
Yeah.
He's going against Lance Archer.
He's going to lose that one.
If that had been it, if he had said, if I lose to Lance Archer, that would be something. That would be because Lance could you imagine Lance Archer, how over he would be freaking retiring Dustin Rhodes?
I can see that.
That would be nuclear heat in front of, but it would have to be in front of a crowd. That's that's the only reason I don't see it happening, is because when Dustin goes out, and he will go out here in the next couple of years, it's going to be in front of a crowd, man. It's going to be a glorious going away. Yeah. I think he's going to put a young talent over, but it's going to be in front of a raucous crowd. The shock's going to be in the air, and then huge round of applause as he goes off into the sunset.
You know what I think is going to happen? What I think is going to happen is he's going to win this match. He's going to win this match. But they're going to try to continue it somehow. Like, you know, if I don't win this next one, then, you know, I keep it going. I have to win this title. I have to do it or I will retire. They're going to try to keep that storyline going to build it up. And I feel like talent-wise, there is no way that he would beat Lance Archer, right?
No.
Dude's just big, strong. He's dominating. He had Colt Cabana up and flipped him down for the finisher. It looked easy, and Colt's not a little dude.
No, he's not. That's a big old boy right there.
Yeah. I was like, he ain't gonna get Colt like that. Oh, there's Colt.
Yep.
So what I think is gonna wind up happening is Archer's gonna get disqualified somehow to get Dustin to win. It won't be a clean Dustin goes over or, you know, something like that. I feel like somehow they'll disqualify Lance Archer so he looks powerful in defeat. Like, oh, he hit him with a chair or he just couldn't stop pounding him outside the ring or something. So then Dustin gets the win and continues on.
Okay. I can see that. I can see something like that. I don't see them running this retirement angle, though. Not until a live crowd comes back. You're not going to convince me that Dustin's going to be doing a retirement angle past this one match, which he's definitely going to win. In the finals, for me, this one's a little bit harder to call just because it could go either way for me. It's definitely going to be, in my opinion, it's definitely going to be Lance Archer in the finals. So if we're doing our final four bracket, I got Lance Archer on one side of the bracket. And then this is where it gets tough because I don't know if I see Cody going over Darby Allin again because I got Darby beating Sammy. And then I'm thinking it's going to be Darby and Lance Archer in the finals. And it's going to be Lance Archer taking the TNT title, being the first ever TNT champion. But Darby Allin's going to look just great in defeat like he always does. He's one of those guys that just looks – He can lose. He's arguably a much better loser. I don't want to put that out, but you feel more sympathy every time he loses in these great matches he has, and it just builds it up to whenever he finally does get that one strap. It's going to be amazing.
You don't think that this is the opportunity for Cody to get a title?
I do. I do think it's an opportunity. But I don't see it happening, not right now. So in my head, in my fantasy booking, we got Jake Roberts has been running down Cody. Like Lance Archer is here because he wants to take out Cody, you know? So in my head, he's going to build it up. Cody's going to fall in the semifinals, and this is going to be Jake Roberts, you know, he's going to be saying, oh, you know, you lost on purpose. You know, you didn't want to see Lance Archer in the finals. You're afraid of Lance Archer, and you should be. You know, shout out to Jake Roberts. He's been doing great promos every week. He's got us all in the palm of his hand, really.
Yeah.
But that's going to lead to once Darby does make it to the finals, I think he's going to lose to Lance Archer, and then it's going to be that's where Cody's going to chase Lance for the title to kind of just like come back and try to shut up Jake Roberts and everything like that. And that's where I think ultimately he's going to take the big. You know, put Lance over. You know, I think Lance is going to be a dominant champion for a while, but I think that's how they're going to get the Lance Archer and Cody fight going, in my opinion.
I could see it. I could see it going a few different ways. I could see on one side, I could see Sammy Guevara winning on that side and making it to the finals, and then on the other side you have Dustin almost in a let me avenge my brother's loss because he'll lose to Sammy if it happens that way. Let me avenge my brother's loss and beat you because you took my brother out, and I will become the TNT champion. Or you could have it be Cody and Lance Archer, and it's the other way around where Cody has to now go against Lance. A Rhodes brother is going to be in the finals. It's
Okay.
one of Dusty's boys is in the finals. That's my prediction.
Okay.
But I feel like at the end of it, I think Dustin's winning it. I don't think as a Cody's got a long way to go. Cody's got years, and Cody's my age. You know, he's only 34, 35. He's got a long time to go. But Dustin, like you said, he's 51 years old, 50 years old, and this is probably going to be his last hurrah. Like, this is his last big moment, and he does something great, and then he'll probably go into a mentor role after this. But I think I got Dustin winning the whole thing.
Okay, cool. So you got Dustin, I got Lance winning the whole thing.
Yeah,
awesome.
But I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think Lance loses 1, 2, 3 or submission. I do not see that.
Not clean. Okay.
Yeah, not at all. He's gonna have to like lose his shit and get disqualified for that to happen. If he just comes out and he destroys Dustin, then okay, he's the champ. But I think it's got to be something. Dustin might just keep getting up. He might take a chair. You know, Jake might go grab a snake and he throws it in the ring. Something has to happen for Lance to lose. It's not going to be a normal, 1, 2, 3 or submission.
Or whatever it is, we just all the freaking like outcomes we just predicted just shows how good AEW's storytelling and character development is. We can't call it, and there's so many avenues that you and me just shot out of our head that can go down that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at any of them.
Me neither. And I'm super excited for the rest of this tournament. Super excited to get back to whenever we can get live crowds again and everything like that. So, but that's pretty much all the questions we have for this time, right?
Are they still taping, or are they just like how far? I don't remember seeing how far in advance. I almost said TNA. AEW taped out. Like, I thought they only did.
Don't you put that evil on them? They taped all the way up to, I think I heard, to the week before Double or Nothing.
Man, I hope they like get to a point where they start bringing fans back. I remember seeing something on the news about the president saying that maybe they start opening live events again, but not letting as many people in. Like, you got to sit a couple seats away from people and things like that. So even if it was that kind of crowd, like, okay, here's 3 seats. One person sits here, a few seats over. You got somebody else there. That would even be a little bit better than nothing at this point. Yeah. I get it that it's dangerous and we still shouldn't necessarily be around. But if you're gonna do it, then do it that way and open a few things back up.
Yeah.
But that's it, man. You got anything else? We're hitting the time that we normally. I'm not gonna say the time, but we're about the time that we normally say on the tape recordings.
Yeah, without any of the edits. So that's pretty impressive for us. I guess just one thing leave you with is still haven't gotten contacted about being a NXT referee, huh?
No, not yet. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. You send your headshot in and everything like that? Because, like you said, you fit the criteria perfectly right now.
I grew my hair back. You think that's what it is? You gotta be bald.
That's what it is. Yeah, you gotta be just straight bald. Yeah, exactly.
That's probably it is. I'll have to shave it off and send the new headshot in. I'll get a job, man.
Yeah, there you go. You're all set up for when we come out of this quarantine. You're all set up with a job. Look at that.
Yeah, I might need one. But we'll go ahead and wrap it here, man. The new norm. This has been fun. We'll do it like this the next time too.
Hell yeah, bro. This is a good time. Good time. Everything comfortable in the house, comfortable in the crib. It's just a little way to vent and take our mind off of what's going on in the world right now.
No doubt about it. So thank you all for watching. We truly appreciate it. Thumbs up if you guys like this one. Leave your thoughts on what we discussed below, and we will holler at you all in the next episode. Peace.